go to a Newton County case first. It's State versus Anna Ashley, CR 2015-47, possession of controlled substances, paraphernalia, various other drug-related charges. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. Looks like she's already been arraigned by Judge Webb. We're just appearing to get on the docket. We'll send out a scheduling order. Is there anything else we need to do on this day?
Not by the defense, unless Ms. Ashley has something.
I was going to request the ADC bond. My uncle's in the hospital. I was just wondering if I could have a 24-hour release to see him. I've had an ADC bond before. I always followed all rules and regulations of the court. Judge Webb issued it last time. I'm not a flat risk. I've never had a failure to appear. I'm just asking the court, I'm just pleading to the court to please allow me 24 hours to see him.
Okay, now this is on a new charge that you haven't been convicted of, so we're not using the correct term, an ADC bond, but I guess you're wanting some kind of a furlough, and I just leave that up to the sheriff, so I don't get involved in that.
Judge, I think she's had a revocation of her parole. Is that correct, Ms. Ashley?
Oh, okay.
Sir.
That's why she's being held now.
Okay, well, if it's a parole revocation, I'd have no authority to address that. That just goes through the Department of Corrections.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sorry. Okay, but we'll issue a scheduling order. Well, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That'll be all. Is that all we have? Is that all we have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's all we have for Newton County. Maybe we'll be excused.
Yes, sir. It's nice to see you. Thank you. Got him all. Let's see. Okay, we'll go to Newton County cases now. 2015-174, State versus Donald Miller, theft, breaking and entering. Donald Miller. And I guess he has others, doesn't he? 15-141, forgery and theft. 15-169, breaking or entering, criminal mischief, other charges. I'm looking at 15-174.
May I approach her?
Yes, sir, certainly. Thank you.
I'll be presenting here. Fits in there.
Okay, in 15-174, he's here for an arraignment. I've appointed the Public Defender's Office.
Plead not guilty, Judge.
Okay,
Request a trial.
very well.
That's a division one.
Okay. The other two are on Division 3. Do you want them in one district?
We can take them in Division 3 if the court would allow that, Your Honor.
That'd be fine with me. Let's see. When will we have him back for a pretrial union?
November 13th.
Okay, and 15174, I'll enter the plea of not guilty and will have a pretrial on November 13th. 15141, it's like there's already been a scheduling order issued. Is there anything else to be?
No, Your Honor, I believe he does have bond set in those cases.
Okay.
No, thank you.
And 15169. Like he's also entered a plea of not guilty already. I set that case down for a pretrial on November 13th. Okay, anything further in those cases?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. That'll be all today. State versus Stephen Miller, 15147, theft by receiving.
Your Honor, Stephen Miller is currently at a mental health treatment facility.
Okay, very well. Fourteen 177, State versus James Christian, residential burglary, theft. Good morning. We here for a pretrial. Are there any pretrial matters we need to take up?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything we need to take up?
No, sir. I did get an offer in Mr. Christian's case this week, and I'll see him to relay that to him.
Okay. All right, that's all we can do today, sir. Thank you. State versus Dustin Kidwell, possession of methamphetamine with purpose to deliver, drugs and firearms, firearms with certain persons, paraphernalia. Let's see. Here for a plea deadline, is there anything to be done?
No, sir.
Okay. We'll just leave that as scheduled. Thank you, sir. State versus Sharon Martin, criminal attempt to manufacture methamphetamine, 12-7. Must be a revocation. She was scheduled for hearing on this day. Does she need to be transported or?
May I have just a moment, Your Honor?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll need her transported. Your Honor.
Okay, ma'am, we're going to bring you to the courthouse after a while, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. State versus Amanda Jones, theft by receiving, 15109. here for plea deadline. Is there any plea to be entered on this day?
No, sir, this is a case that we were checking on some charges, companion charges out in Missouri. And we don't have that issue resolved at this point, Judge.
Okay, we'll leave it as scheduled.
Yes, sir.
That's all we can do today. Thanks. Is there anyone else in the jail we need to take up?
Yes, I got Christopher Hirsch and Kevin Belshie and Wesley Booth.
Hirsch, Belshie, and Booth, okay? Hirsch. So I need, that's Booth, I need Belshie. Pretty one of those rubber bands gonna fly off there and get me.
Me.
Oh, well, I can get work with that. Okay, State versus Wesley Booth. CR 93-199 is originally a theft case. Is this a show cause?
Yes, Your Honor.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You might. Looks like there may have been a verdict at a jury trial long ago, if I'm reading this correctly. And Mr. Booth was ordered to pay a fine. Is that what you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. There were, in looking at this, there were fines assessed. There was also a fair amount of apparently restitution as well involved in the matter. So the total judgment was sitting somewhere about $12,000, even though it seems the underlying was unauthorized use, I think. Apparently the issue at this point is that Mr. Booth has made a few sporadic payments, it seems early on after the initial judgment was rendered, but the last payment is indicated as being sometime in 1997.
Okay. So I guess he's here for an arraignment on petition to show cause?
Yes, Your Honor. I just didn't know if the court knew the factual allegations.
Plea not true or not guilty on that, Judge. Do we have him transported? Maybe we'll be able to work this.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and set it for a hearing. Maybe we can work it out.
Yes, sir.
October 30th?
Yes, sir. Plenty of time.
We're going to bring you to the courthouse, Mr. Booth, okay?
Beat the heat by dressing cool. For the coolest clothes around, come to My Friend's Closet. At My Friend's Closet, you'll find gently worn name brand apparel for the whole family and all at low, low prices. Their selection changes every day, so stop by and shop often. My Friend's Closet also carries a good selection of shoes and accessories. Save yourself lots of time and money by shopping with a great selection at My Friend's Closet, 114 North Willow, downtown on the Harrison Square.
Arkansas Orthopedics and Sports Medicine now offers you 2 orthopedic surgeons, both trained in all the latest surgical techniques. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler specialize in all forms of orthopedic problems and injuries, from torn rotator cuffs to joint replacement, even sprains or broken bones. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler will see you quickly and with the highest standard of efficiency. The entire staff of Arkansas Orthopedics works to keep you moving. Call today for an appointment. Call Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler in Harrison at 741-8289.
It's summertime here at Shelby's. Come in and browse their jewelry boutique with collections of bracelets, rings, charms, and pendants from Da Vinci, Lenny and Eva, and Virgin Saints and Angels. For a unique gift that commemorates important occasions, check out the Willow Tree Signature Collection. In Shelby's baby department, you'll find items for both baby and mom. If you're looking for something for the home, your friends, or just for you, Shelby's is the place to shop. Shelby's. Simply elegant, surprisingly affordable.
State versus Christopher Hirsch, possession of methamphetamine, 15173.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're here for an arraignment on possession of methamphetamine and fleeing on foot. So how does he plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. His next appearance will be for a pre-trial on November 13th. Is there anything else to be done today?
Not today, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you. State versus Kevin Belshey, 15113, theft of leased, rented, or entrusted personal property.
We have him transported, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, we're going to bring you to the courthouse, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. State versus William Tovey, 15171, possession of methamphetamine, marijuana, operating a defective vehicle. Morning.
Morning.
Do you have a lawyer, sir?
No, sir. I plan on retaining one.
You will hire one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you entering a plea of not guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Come back on October 30th at 9:30.
Yes, sir.
For attorney status, okay?
Can I be excused?
Yeah. State versus Francis or Frank Frenzel III, 15139, aggravated assault, endangering the welfare of a minor, domestic battery.
One, Your Honor. We're again here for pretrial. This was continued today. Mr. Bradford is not available, Your Honor. I'd had some previous conversations with Mr. Bradford. I've also step on up here, Mr. Frenzel. I've also divulged some information to Mr. Brown today. I'd ask this to be rescheduled again, Your Honor, until Mr. Bradford can return, since he is has been handling this case. Matter is set for trial in November, but there's some information I've given Mr. Brown today I think that Mr. Bradford needs to be aware of before we proceed further.
I agree with that, Your Honor.
And come back on October 30th.
Your Honor, I'm out of town that day, out of state, actually.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I guess November 13th.
Okay, Your Honor, we'll be here. Thank you very much. Maybe excused, Your Honor? Thank you.
State versus Brianna Byers, 14-113, filing a false report with law enforcement.
Your Honor, this was set out for a forensic evaluation. We do have the report back.
Okay.
The court has a copy
I
of
don't
it.
recall seeing that. I may have, but is there any, where do we go from there?
Yep.
Do you need to contest something?
No, we're not contesting that, Your Honor. We're not asking for a hearing on that, and I believe, according to the examination, competency was not an issue. Neither was responsibilities.
Okay. For the meantime, let's leave the schedule. Is that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, I think our office may have gotten, there was another copy provided to us. I don't know if that's the court's or not.
Okay. Well, if you have one, I'll take a look at it when I get time. It may be what now? Oh, okay. At any rate.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
She has two, doesn't she? Let me address this one. 1531, possession of controlled substances.
It's the same circumstance, Your
Same
Honor.
circumstance.
Yes, sir. She was evaluated on both of these case numbers.
Very well. Okay, you're free to go. State versus Leila Gilbert, residential burglary and theft. Yes, sir.
Nothing to be done today, just
Okay.
leave this good.
You're free to go. State versus Tiffany Fields, 15-33, possession of firearms by certain persons and theft of property.
Your Honor, this is a case where we've been waiting for some time for perhaps another case file to make it up. That case file is still not filed. I think if we could just recall this later today, we'll
right.
have it resolved.
We'll leave it out to be recalled. Stay with us now. We're going to recall that one, Judy. State versus Brian Oerman. Is that right, Mom? Possession of morphine and drug paraphernalia, 15-53.
Your Honor, he's got two cases.
Okay, yes he does. 1555 is a drug case.
Mr. Oyman is on his way to court, and we will have a resolution on these cases. He's traveling 4 hours and should be here by 10:30, Your Honor.
Very well. We'll recall those. State versus Justin Jenkins, domestic battery in the second, terroristic threatening in the first, 15-81. Justin Jenkins. Have you seen him?
I have not. Not today.
Hey, this warrant shall issue bond forfeit. Give notice to the bondsman.
We moved here in June, 18 years ago, and had not been in the house more than a week, and I popped my hip out of joint. And that was my first experience. And of course, the ER saved my life. I had an aortic aneurysm, and it had leaked all night. As soon as they brought me in here, they knew exactly what it was and exactly what to do.
The Tundra TRD Pro powered Team Toyota to victory in the world's most grueling race in Baja. But why should they have all the fun? With available 381 horsepower V8 and the latest technology, it also powers your winning weekends. Qualified buyers get 0% APR for 60 months plus $2,000 special edition cash and a new 2015 special edition Tundra for a total savings over $5,200. Toyota, let's go places.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Books are an important part of your life, and when you go to Books on the Square, you'll find books that will not only be informative, but books that will take you away. Books on the Square now has 2 locations on the south side of the Harrison Square. Books on the Square carries fiction books, books on CD, lots of westerns, and books full of mystery. Books on the Square, too, next to Deb's Frames and Things, has your nonfiction favorites, religious, historical, and even cookbooks. Take a stroll down the south side of the square and visit both Books on the Square.
State versus Samuel Garrison, kidnapping, aggravated robbery, assault, threatening. Okay, we're going to continue that to some date in the future. To be continued. State versus Kerry Fouch or Fouch, hot checks 15-91.
Can you continue that? Your Honor, there's a motion to dismiss filed in this case based on issue of statute of limitations. My understanding of talking to Mr. Brown and Mr. Bradford, they were going to concede that motion and recommend dismissal of the charge.
Concede, you said?
That's my understanding, Judge. I'll let them speak to
Your Honor, the notes I have from Mr. Bradford indicate that, yes, that the motion was well taken. So assuming that we'll be preparing an order to present.
Case dismissed.
Thank you.
State versus Kenneth Goff Jr., possession of marijuana with purpose to deliver paraphernalia.
Mr. Goff is present, Your Honor.
Okay.
I had been in contact with Mr. Bradford, and we were discussing a disposition of this case. There's an issue in the case that Mr. Bradford is reviewing. I'd ask the court to reset this to the 13th of November, and we may have this resolved prior to that, and we'll notify the court.
Your Honor, I did want to state on the record, apparently there's been an issue with a dash cam video. We have run that down at the police department, and we've been told that the video, as it is now, which just shows the pictures, is the only thing that we have that we can provide the defense.
Okay.
We don't have an audio.
13th.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. May be excused.
Yes. State versus David Golden, breaking or entering theft of property, 15-97.
Your Honor, there's nothing to be done in the case today. This case involves some restitution that Mr. Golden's trying to produce, and if we have it resolved, we could do that on the 19th if the court would allow that. which is the trial, I mean, it's set for that trial week already.
We can do that.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, State versus Timothy Stangle, 15172.
Defendant did not show up. He's hours away at a job. So I didn't help you.
Morning, Ron.
Good morning.
I'm filling out my public defender's slip now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Sorry I wasn't earlier.
Okay. If you need anything, now
Okay, thank you.
Call you in a few minutes.
Call in a few minutes.
State versus Candace Clark, 15-38, possession of methamphetamine with purpose to deliver, paraphernalia, marijuana, no seatbelt.
Your Honor, the last time we were in court, Ms. Clark indicated that she wanted to speak and perhaps retain private counsel. My understanding from talking to Ms. Clark that she has talked to Mr. Nichols and that she's going to retain Mr. Nichols. So on her behalf, I would ask the court to pass this to November the 13th. Take the time.
Tell you what, I'll just let him enter a motion set for October 20th, and if new counsel's coming on, we'll continue it, obviously, but he knows what to do.
Yes, sir.
Is that agreeable?
Yes, sir. That's
fine. So, tell him that he knows this, but tell him that I said for him to enter his appearance, so he'll know what to do. That's what we'll do.
Thank you.
State versus Robin Johnson, possession of methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia, 15107. Robin Johnson, 15179. Well, I don't, let me see here. I don't have Miss Johnson's actually set to appear today. Is there something? Is there anything to be done in her case?
Not that I show you on.
Okay. We'll just leave that as it is. State versus William Warren, hot checks, 12-73.
Your Honor, I followed your directions and sent notice. He's still, I think the bondsman may have some new, I don't think.
But there's a warrant out for him, and that's all I know to do right now. Does your show air in Mississippi? If he's watching, he really needs to come back up here because it's not getting any better for him. Let's see, I have Renee Crisantes, forgery in the second. That's 02445, and she's got 02444, which was a drug case.
Your Honor, we are set for revocation to hearing today, but since Mr. Bradford has been the most familiar with this case, I consulted Mr. Brown, and we'll take the time, Your Honor. We've already waived the 60 days. I'd ask to be reset to that November 13th date. Because Mr. Bradford and I, again, have numerous conversations, exchanged information. He already has a warrant.
Okay, we'll reschedule these to November 13th at 9:30 or soon thereafter as we can get to it. You're free to go, ma'am. Thank you. 11-245, Noel Scott, hot checks. Well, where are you working at?
I am working at Creekside Nursing and Rehab, and I have a copy of my first paycheck stub. I made a payment Monday to the sheriff's office.
Okay. So is there some agreement as to how much she needs to pay to remain in free?
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I'm trying to see if there was some agreed upon.
How much can you pay for? How much can you pay?
Monday I paid $50, and I'm going to pay every 2 weeks at least $100.
I believe in looking at that, Your Honor, the thing that was reflected in our office was simply that there needed to be a job.
Okay.
Period.
Well, that's all well and fine, but I'd rather you promise an amount and actually be able to do it all the time. So what, can you get an amount that's, what are you supposed to be paying?
I'm supposed to be paying $100 a month.
Can you pay $150?
Yes, I can.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert your case to contempt, send it you to whatever time she served in jail, and get this behind you now.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you so much for cooperating.
All right, thank you.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Attention safe drivers, keep your vehicle safe with new tires from Worley Tire. Stop in and visit with our friendly and knowledgeable staff and get the tires that are best for your car, truck, or SUV. You can even shop with us online at WorleyTire.com. Worley Tire also features batteries, alignments, tire rotation, and repair. Visit us on the web and like us on Facebook for the latest deals and specials that can keep you and your family safe. Worley Tire, 804 East Stevenson in Harrison.
There are many ways to prepare for retirement, and how you plan for your retirement years takes solid planning. Community First Bank is here to help. With IRAs, CDs, money market accounts, and many other investment options, Community First Bank could hold the key to unlocking your financial future. Stop by and visit with one of our retirement specialists at one of our convenient locations, and let us help you decide which option is best for you. Community First Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The scientists at Shell have created Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, which actively cleans for better performance, helping make the roads more exciting to drive. Choose Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, performance that excites.
It's summertime here at Shelby's. Come in and browse their jewelry boutique with collections of bracelets, rings, charms, and pendants from Da Vinci, Lenny and Eva, and Virgin Saints and Angels. For a unique gift that commemorates important occasions, check out the Willow Tree Signature Collection. In Shelby's baby department, you'll find items for both baby and mom. If you're looking for something for the home, your friends, or just for you, Shelby's is the place to shop. Shelby's. Simply elegant, surprisingly affordable.
State versus Timothy Stangl, alias warrant withdrawn, the defendant appeared late. And let's see, possession of hydrocodone is the charge. Sir, I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you.
Plead not guilty, Your Honor.
Plead not guilty, okay. Your case is before Judge Webb.
Mr. Russo's going to be with you. All right. He should give you the information.
All right, appreciate it.
Time C start, 8:30?
8:30 is.
Okay, I've entered a plea of not guilty, be here on October 9th, 8:30. Week from today.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet.
Thank you.
State versus Richard Webster Jr., 11-269. Criminal attempt to deliver marijuana paraphernalia. Okay. Do we have a report on him, or we're working on one? Or?
No, sir, we do not. Mr. Webster was provided a report date of the 22nd of last month at 9:30. He failed to report to begin that pre-sentence investigation.
Again?
Yes, sir. He reported to his supervising officer the 21st. His supervising officer was out of the office that day. The administrative staff provided Mr. Webster an appointment with me on the 22nd of September at 9:30 to begin that process. He did not make that appointment.
Well,
Who told you that? Okay. Judge, Mr. Webster's indicating to me that when he appeared, Mr. Spencer told him that they didn't need him to reappear because they were going to just submit the information they had already on him. I don't know.
Is Mr. Spencer available? Is he at the office? Or
He is at the office. Would you like me to contact him?
Yeah, just have a seat. If he could come over, we might ask him to.
Yes, sir.
(13-16) State versus Amanda Price. Burglary, breaking and entering, theft. 15-145 possession of methamphetamine. Okay. I think on the newer case, 15-145, we're appearing for a pre-trial, maybe? Is that right, or do you know? Okay. Is there anything to be done today on that?
Not today, Judge. I didn't know she was on the pre-trial docket.
Well, you can file any motions you need to.
Thank you, Judge.
Go from there. I was leaving the schedule, but you can, we'll work it in if you need to file some.
Thank you, Judge.
13-16. Not sure what this is.
It's the revocation case,
Revocation. That was set for today. Where do we stand on that?
Well, Judge, we'd move to just pass that until the other case is resolved. Take the time on it, waive the 60 days.
Let me move it out to November 13th, and if it has to go out again, we can move it.
Thank you, Judge.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Now what?
Let's go. That way.
Have fun out there.
on the compact, capable, and entirely new Pioneer 500 from Honda.
Come see us at 824 North Main in Harrison.
Out of Newton County Circuit Court, 15-27, State versus John Steen. Possession of firearms for certain persons, aggravated assault, paraphernalia, marijuana. John Steen.
Mr. Steen's not here, Your Honor. There's a mental eval still pending.
Okay.
He's had the evaluation, but I don't see the report yet.
Okay.
We haven't received a copy of it either.
Okay, we'll await that. Out of Newton County, State versus Lee. This is Lee Hankins. 15-25, failure to comply with reporting requirements. Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Where do we stand on this matter?
Discovery appears complete. Everything's proceeding along.
Okay.
We provided a plea offer. You do have a copy of the plea offer, Mr. Bunch. I just want to make sure.
Is it scheduled for trial?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe October 23rd, Your Honor.
Okay, well, for the time being, we'll leave it as it is. Is that agreed?
Yes, sir.
Stay in contact with your lawyers, sir.
Yes, sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Same to you.
Yes, sir.
Out of Newton County, 04-15, State versus Christopher Helms. Looks like a drug case originally.
Your Honor, Mr. Helms was released from the Newton County Jail and was told to appear today. That's about all I really know. I'd spoken with the jail administrator. This is an older case. The sheriff was familiar with Mr. Helms, and I think that at this point the concern was letting him get out so he could continue his job, keep working, and pay some money towards the fines and costs, or at least that's what was represented that he was going to do when he got let out by the sheriff. And again, they had told him to appear here today, but I do not see Mr. Helms.
Well, I'm looking at, I guess it's a bond, signature bond, and he does post a signature bond, but the blanks are open as to when he should appear, so really, just have to give him notice to appear.
Yes, Your Honor, we'll serve notice on them to appear.
Okay.
Your Honor, I do have a filed return if I may approach.
Sure.
It's perhaps should be filled in there, but thankfully there's nothing there. Mr. Griffith is there. Someone does turn.
Well, that would work. Let me look on, maybe it's on the back. So that would suffice. It's just not on the bond itself. Yes, that will work. We'll issue an alias warrant. Alias warrant shall issue, bond forfeit. So he's on a signature bond, so we need to move. However you would do it to require him to pay it forthwith.
Yes, Your Honor.
What would that be? State versus Forrest Warren, 15-41, possession of methamphetamine, paraphernalia, out of Newton County. Morning.
There's a suppression hearing set for today, Mr. Warren's matter, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll do it. Out of Newton County, 14-8, State versus Orion McWilliams, with theft and criminal trespass case.
Your Honor, we're going to be moving this matter. Mr. McWilliams had some leftover fines and costs and things, and it was agreed that he would pay a cash-only bond. In consideration of that, I told Ms. Mathis, who I believe entered her appearance, that the state's inclination at this point is just to dismiss this matter since he's paid in full. Also, Your Honor, in regard to the restitution matter that may have been left in that, the victim is Mr. McWilliams' father, and he has reflected that he is not concerned about or wanting to do anything with Mr. McWilliams.
Newton County, 14-41. I don't have a file on this.
Your Honor, I don't have her on the docket. I'm not really.
It says as a rev. The question is, has a revocation been filed?
Your Honor, we do not have a copy of the revocation. We're not aware of one that's been filed.
Have you been served with papers?
I was already in jail 62 days.
What for?
My revocation.
On revocation?
Yeah. He released me to go to in-house rehab, sorry.
I see.
I've been talking to my BO. I'm already in outpatient rehab.
Who is your probation officer?
Spencer.
Okay. He may be around here in a while. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just stick around. We'll try to clarify what's going on. Reynolds. Ms. Reynolds? Ma'am, what's your first name?
Azriela.
What is it?
Azriela.
You know anything about her case?
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry, I do not.
Who told you to be here?
You and...
I told you to be here? Well, that's good that you were here. We'll check on it at the break, okay?
Okay.
Stay with us. Yes. Justin Davidson?
Yes, sir.
You know anything about that? Okay. Were you also?
Yes, Juanita Kent.
Juanita Kent. We're going to take a break and check on the files. Sometimes there's so many of them they don't get brought over or whatever. Anything else you can think of, Mr.?
Your Honor, we could take up Mr. Webster if the court's inclined to do that. After speaking with him, he spoke about what actually occurred. I believe Mr. Webster.
Richard Webster Jr., 11-269.
He did miss the pre-sentence investigation time on the 22nd, Judge. It was after that when he talked to Mr. Spencer and was told that, we don't need you to appear anymore for that because we're just either going to submit what we have or just go forward without it. So.
Well, at this point, do you want a pre-sentencing report?
Judge, not unless the court is inclined or needs one. I think the issue in Mr. Webster's case is mainly drug-related issues, and he's indicated to me that he understands he needs to get help with that. He's also indicated to me that he's working a couple of different jobs, but the court is inclined and wants to go forward today. I let him address the court as to what he's doing and what he thinks the court should consider as far as the sentencing in this case goes.
Well, you want to say anything?
Yes, sir. I do need help. I do need help. I have a problem, and I honestly feel that I don't need to be punished, but I honestly do need help. At this time, I am currently holding 2 jobs. I had to move out of my residence. I didn't have any money to pay my bills, so I just now got a residence. I can start making my payments regularly again. I have a $750 cash-only bond. If I could turn that over to the courts to pay on whatever it needs to be paid on, I would be willing to do that.
If you have a cash-only bond, why are you not in jail?
No, I paid it. It was paid.
Oh.
Where are you working at, Mr. Webb?
I'm working for Lowe's Construction. We build fences and stuff like that, and I'm also installing satellites.
What would be your plan as far as getting help with your drug addiction if the judge were to consider letting you remain out of custody?
I feel I need to be in an inpatient facility for a period of time. I need to get away from the situation. If I could get help with my addiction, it would greatly benefit.
Let me think about it, and when I come back out, I'll give you a sentence.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
KTKO Channel 8 Harrison, local television.